So in this lesson, I'm going to talk about the concept of percent composition. Okay, and basically what that is what percent of a substance what we are interested in makes up. Okay, so there are two different ways of finding percent composition. One way is if we're simply given the mass, and so we're going to work with that first. And this should be something that is familiar or that you're comfortable with. So if I'm given the mass, here's how I determine the percent composition. So in this problem, it says I weigh 120 pounds, let's say. 50 pounds of my weight is water. What percent of my weight is water? Well, to determine the percent composition of me, that is water, I'm going to take the weight that is water, which is 50, which is what I'm concerned about, and I'm going to divide it by the total, 120. Okay? I multiply by 100%, and that will tell me what percent of my body is actually just water. And so when I do that, and keep in mind I want to have 2 sig figs here, 2 sig figs here, I get 41.67%. But I want to have 2 sig figs, so I'm going to round to just 42%. So this is saying what percent of my body is water? 42% of it. I put the weight of water or of whatever I'm concerned about on top, and then I put the total on bottom. So let's look at a chemistry example now. All right, for a chemistry example that uses mass instead of weight, I have an 8.20 gram piece of magnesium, and it combines with a 5.40 gram mass of oxygen, and it forms a compound. I want to know what the percent composition of magnesium is in that compound. Okay, so remember, just like above where I took the weight of water and divided by the total, now I'm going to take the mass of magnesium, because that's what I'm asking about, 8.20, and I'm going to divide by the total mass. Well, right now I don't know the total mass. I know the mass of magnesium, and I know the mass of oxygen. So when I add those together, that gives me the total mass, which will be 13.60. Okay? Multiply that by 100%, and that will tell me what percent of this compound, magnesium oxide, magnesium is. So 8.2 divided by 13.6. Okay? 8.20 has 3 sig figs. 13.60 has 4 sig figs. So my final answer, I want to have 3 sig figs. So unrounded, it was 60.29%. So I want 3 sig figs. So I'm going to round this just to 60.3%. Okay? So that is determining the percent composition by being given just the mass or just the weight directly. Well, what if I don't know the mass? What if I am just given the formula? Well, you can also determine the percent composition by just being given the formula. So let me show you how. Example 1 says, what is the percent composition of magnesium in magnesium phosphate, rounded to 2 decimal places? Well, in order to know the percent composition of magnesium in magnesium phosphate, I need to know the formula for magnesium phosphate. So magnesium has a 2+ charge. Phosphate has a 3- charge. So when I cross my charges, I get Mg3 in parentheses PO4 2. All right, so to determine the percent composition, what I need to do is I need to figure out the molar mass of magnesium. I'm going to put that up top here. And then I need to find the total molar mass of the compound, and I'm going to put it right there. Okay, so let's actually do that. So the molar mass of magnesium, well, the molar mass of magnesium is 24.305. However, I have 3 magnesium, so I'm going to multiply that value by 3. And so the molar mass of magnesium in magnesium phosphate that I get, and I'm not going to round it all, I'm just going to put what's given, is 72.915. Then I need to find the total molar mass of this compound. So I'm going to take that 72.915, and I'm going to add to that the molar mass of phosphorus, which is 30.974. I need to make sure to multiply by 2, though. And then I'm going to add to that the molar mass of oxygen, 15.999, and I'm going to multiply that by 8, because I have 8 oxygens here. And so the total molar mass that I get for magnesium phosphate is 262.855. So if I take the molar mass of just magnesium, divide by the total molar mass, and multiply by 100%, that will give me the percent composition that is magnesium, so 72.915 divided by the total molar mass times 100. I get 27.7396%. It asks for 2 decimal places, so I'm going to round this to 27.74%. Okay, let's look at the next problem. Find the percent composition of nitrogen in ammonium oxide. Okay, to determine the percent composition of nitrogen, I have to know the formula for ammonium oxide. So ammonium has a +1 charge. Oxygen is 2-. So when I cross my charges, I get NH4 subscript 2, O. Okay, so I'm going to put the molar mass of just nitrogen on top, and then I'm going to put the total molar mass of the compound on bottom. So I've got 2 nitrogen, so 2 times 14.007, so I get 28.014 for the molar mass of just nitrogen. Okay, and then I'm going to add to that the molar mass of hydrogen, which is 1.008 times 8, because I have 8 hydrogens here. And then I'm going to add to that the molar mass of oxygen, which is 15.999. So the total molar mass of ammonium oxide is 52.077. I'm going to multiply this by 100%. Okay. So take 28.014, which is the molar mass of nitrogen, divided by the total molar mass of ammonium oxide, multiply by 100%, and I get 53.793%. I want to round to 2 decimal places, so this is just going to be 53.79%. Okay, so whether it is being given the mass or the weight and just plugging them in like I did up above, or determining the molar mass of each of the elements and dividing by the total molar mass of the compound, you can determine percent composition pretty easily.